And just like that, we are back with another Savage stream. And the Ravencoin developers, Blonde Frogs and those guys, released a new wallet upgrade, a critical wallet upgrade today. Apparently there was a vulnerability found in wallet in Raven D, the daemon, and we have to upgrade our wallet. So I figured that I would just go ahead and do that, since I mean it's more for exchanges and mining pools and stuff like that, but they really, the best thing to do is for everyone to upgrade to version 4.2, I believe. I think are we red today? Are we going down or are we going up the market? I forget. All right, we're a little bit down. I forgot to turn my lights on back here. There we go. We're red. Red on BTC. Let's see what we are on Ravencoin. Down 3%. Yeah, we're a little red today. Little red. Not too bad though. All right, guys. So basically, Tron, one of or the lead developer for Ravencoin, released a emergency update Medium post talking about what had happened. Basically, he says, I'm going to read some of this. He says, recently our community members from CryptoScope team, developers of Solus Explorer, which is this nice explorer for Ravencoin, they reached out to Ravencoin team with the findings that the Ravencoin blockchain has a vulnerability which was used by unknowns to mint Raven that goes beyond the coin base of 5,000 Raven per block. So essentially, they were probably exploiting a vulnerability. It would have to be someone that would figure to hit blocks, or they are working with a large pool, because you know, I don't see like someone sitting at home with a 6 GPU rig doing something like this, because you know they're not going to hit a block on their own. Now whatever pool they're attached to, I guess, could benefit from it overall, but basically there were more Raven minted in the block rewards is what it sounds like. So there's more than 5,000 per block like there's supposed to be by the code. So it was exploited. I don't know how many. I think it talks about in the article a little bit down at the bottom. I'll get to that. It doesn't sound like it's very significant, but I could be looking at it from, you know, a Raven supporter, you know, standpoint. But we'll see. We'll see what it comes down to. But basically, it was a community code submission that caused the bug to be exploited. That caused a bug that has been exploited. And it says here, law enforcement's been notified and everything. So it was someone in the community that submitted the code for this that actually was exploited. Now that doesn't mean that person, whoever the coder was, is at fault here. I mean, they're at fault, but they're not. They might not be the ones exploiting it, right? So it could have been discovered by someone else and then exploited by them. So this is, you know, one of those open source issues where if you've got something good that you want to contribute, you know, this happened. Man, I think that this happened with Monero a while back, right? If I'm remembering right, there was a Monero, someone that had access to the Monero GitHub actually implemented some code into a wallet that allowed them to pull all the coins out of the wallet. I think, if I'm remembering that right. I don't know. It sounds sounds like something similar. Anyway. So it says here that the vulnerability does not allow the stealing of Raven or assets that you own. So that's one thing I want to note, is like the assets in the wallet, they're fine. Not a big deal there. But the minting did create Raven that should not exist. And early on, Bitcoin had a problem with this too. There was an inflation bug, which is basically what this is. It adds to the overall, if I remember right, the first Bitcoin inflation bug was something like hundreds of million extra Bitcoin or something. It was something crazy, astronomical numbers, or 100 million or something. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a bunch. and it was just an inflation bug. And you know, they had to, that was way early on though. I think that was in like 2010, and they had to roll back the chain for that to fix that. But anyway, so because those Raven that were minted, those extra inflation bug Raven, were transferred to an exchange, they were traded, they're mixed with other Raven, and there's not really going to be a way of programmatically returning them or burning them or anything like that, because it's going to really significantly affect everybody else, and they don't really want to do that. As it stands, the burden has been shared across all Raven holders by means of inflation, right? So this is basically a clear indication of an inflation bug. It says here the vulnerability does not impact Ravencoin assets, like I was saying, so all asset balances are safe. As we are transitioning from the vulnerable code to fixed code, there may be some chain instability. Please keep transactions to a minimum. So basically, whatever you've got in your wallet, I would not try to transfer it out or move it. Or if you've got Raven on a pool, I would not request any type of payouts. I would probably set my payout. If I was mining Raven on a pool, I would probably set my payouts really high, you know, or disable them altogether until this is fixed up. But you definitely want to update your wallet to be prepared for once this is all worked out. Okay, so basically it says here that you know, they're notifying the exchanges so that they can determine whether or not they want to pause their deposits, withdrawals, and trading. It looks like Binance has already paused or at least stopped withdrawals and possibly deposits, I guess. But they're asking for mining pools to immediately upgrade to the latest binaries at the GitHub for Raven project. And then for miners, that's us guys, and exchanges, please update to the latest version of the wallet through the website. And it should only require updating your Raven D, but there is a new wallet version out there, 4.2, that is the desktop wallet, because it contains inside of the wallet is Raven D. So in order to be compliant, you really have to do everything. But I think that was more pointed towards like the exchanges that would only have to update their Raven D. So what about everyone else? It is wise to be on the newest Ravencoin version, but once the miners have updated, the fraudulent transactions will not be included in mine blocks from then on, and so the original Ravencoin binaries will work without requiring an upgrade. Basically what this comes down to is the extra Raven represents approximately 1.5% of the final 21 billion. That's a lot of coins. It really is, but you know, they don't know the final number yet. Another way to think about it is that it represents about 44 days, extra days worth of mining. These extra Raven appear to have been sold on the market shortly after minting because, you know, obviously it was a coordinated effort. So the economic damage has already been absorbed by the Ravencoin ecosystem by the inflation, right? So there's more coins than there was supposed to be by 1.5%. So 1.5% over 21 billion. And let's see here. They're not going to publish the details until everything is upgraded and worked out, but they do want to be transparent with the community to find out, not to find out, but to you know, let them know what happened and what they did to correct it. So they are doing code reviews. I guess that they found everything that they needed to in order to fix it. But it is what it is. Okay, so it's a done deal at this point. All right. So what do we need to do as Raven holders, miners, and users? Right? We need to update our wallet. So we're going to go to Ravencoin.org. We're going to click on, now the first time you go here, like if you haven't gone to Ravencoin.org in a while, the first time you go here, you're going to have a message here that says, you know, critical update, you know, 4.2 or whatever. It's got some things on here that kind of point you in the direction of getting your wallet updated, right? And you'll find out in a minute too, whenever I launch my wallet, what happens whenever you launch the wallet. Because I think with the very last fork, they included some code. This was one thing that I always kind of didn't like about Ravencoin. It never let you know whenever there was a wallet update, right? And I think with this last fork, they actually implemented some code that would, whenever you launch the QT wallet, the desktop QT wallet, it'll let you know if there's a newer version out there, which is kind of cool. So I'll show you that in a moment. Hey, what's up, Jonas P? Cryptdeath, I would imagine that Zelcore, they're just going to update whatever they need to on their back end, and they'll be fine. I think you'll be fine there. And the assets in there are fine as well. Although I would not transfer anything for a while until this is all worked out. I wouldn't try to, you know, take Raven out of Zelcore or put Raven in Zelcore. I wouldn't try to transfer anything at the moment. So anyway, we're going to go to Get Your Wallet. And then if you clicked on this one right here, it's going to take you to the, like I'm on Windows, so I'm going to use this one, but it's going to take you to the unsigned versions. And for this specific thing, I kind of want to do a little bit of verification. I want to make sure that things are good and that everything matches, although I'm still relying on ravencoin.org to not be hacked. I'm, you know, also relying on certificates and all that stuff to not be hacked as well, right? And represent something that it's not. This does look like the normal website that I go to for Ravencoin. It is, you know, secure. It looks like everything is good. Certificate's valid. So I'm going to trust that this is the actual website and that everything is good to go here. But I'm going to click on Github Releases so that I can go to the actual GitHub. And you can see here, Blind Frogs is the developer that released this a few hours ago. And what we will do is go down to Raven 420 Win64. This is the one I want to get. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to download that. But I'm also going to download the SHA-256 checksum for, or the hash for that file. Okay, so I'm going to click on that one and download that as well. It's just a little text file. And then we will go and see what we have here. So we've got the two files. We've got the zip file and we've got the checksum. So what we want to do is verify that the checksum or the hash here matches the file that we downloaded. So if we open this up, we're going to see the SHA-256 hash right here. And then this is the file name that it matches, okay? So if you look over here, you know, you can look and make sure that this is the file that you're actually going to be checking against. And then you come over here and click up here in the address bar and type in PowerShell. Enter. And then it'll open up PowerShell in that location. So you can see right here, this is the location where the files actually exist. And we want to check that hash result for the file. So the way you do that is in PowerShell, you type in get file hash and then the name, the file name. Now you can click and drag it, I think, from over here like that. You could do that, or you could just, you know, you could highlight it like this, copy, bring it over here and paste it. You could do that too. I believe that it'll let you do it like this. Yeah. So all I did was I pressed enter once I was there. And you can see the hash here. So what you can do is just double click on it to highlight it, press Control C on the keyboard to copy it, and then come over here and Shift Insert or Control V to get it in there. Don't worry about capitalization, that's fine. But you're basically just going to run across here and make sure that it matches, right? And I can tell you that, you know, you don't have to look literally at each character, right? Because if there was one small change to this file, to the original file, then this number would be completely different. It's not going to be just one digit different, right? So if you're looking at this and it looks pretty good, you know, for a little bit, you're good, man. I mean, you know, like you could just probably just look at the last 8 characters or so and probably be good to go. Just depends on how precise you want to be. And let me show you what I mean here. So if you come over here to, where'd we go? to where we downloaded the file. This is a zip file. What I want to do is I want to try to change this file because it's running the hash on the zip. Okay, so it's that whole file. But I want to try to change that file a little bit. So I think what I'll do is let me just go and grab a goofy file or something here. Let's do, where's my, I don't know where my thumbnail was. It doesn't matter, but all right, so we'll just grab this. Just any little way of changing the file is what I was looking for. And I'm just going to paste it into the zip file, right? So here's the actual files for Raven. But now if we run that hash on it, okay, on the same file, it has changed now, right? The zip file changed. So now the hash is totally different. So this is like demonstrating what I was saying. If you just change one small thing in that file, it's going to be totally different. So you can clearly see here that these two do not match anymore, right? All right, so I just want to kind of point that out, and hopefully that makes sense. If we get that out of there, it should go back. But see, it doesn't. Okay, so that was a good test. I wanted to see. So now it does not go back to the original because it knows that it was modified. That's cool. Okay, I was kind of not expecting that, but it does make sense from a cryptographic perspective because there's some things that are changed in that file. So that's cool. That was cool to see that. All right, so in order to get it to match again, we're probably going to have to come back out here and grab the file again. So we're going to go like this. So we grab the original file again. And then we'll go over here, go back to PowerShell. Wait a minute, I already have it open. And then we'll go like that. All right, so now if you look at this number, which was the correct one, and this one, you can see that they match. So this one and this one. So hopefully that makes sense. That was cool. That was cool that I ran it on it after I had dropped that file in there and saw that it was actually different because it had been modified, you see. So that's how you kind of verify files and make sure that they're good. But again, you are trusting this file wasn't uploaded with a malicious wallet file also. You follow what I'm saying? So it's all about, it's definitely about a little bit of trust here. But anyway, let's move on. So let's go in and see what files are in here. You can see that there are the bin, include, library, and share. So binaries and libraries. So all we really needed to do is go to where our current Ravencoin wallet is. Not over there. Let's see here, wallets. So mine is, whenever I launch my wallet, it is launching it from right here. So these binaries right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave these in here. Doesn't hurt anything. I'm going to extract the 4.2 to this location. So I would have like old wallet files in here, and that's fine. I'll get rid of them at some point. But let's go ahead and open up downloads again. We're going to right click, extract, and we're going to browse. And let me make sure that before I actually do this, I want to show you what happens whenever you launch the wallet. So we're going to go just like that. Select folder. So that should make that 4.2 folder on the end of that. But this is the right location, so I'm going to extract there. Okay, so there you go. You saw it come in there. There's 4.2. And then the binaries, and then you'll have an updated Raven D. I don't think that they updated the command line interface wallet. I think it's just this file here that was updated. And maybe the Qt. All right, so anyway, so this is our executable right here for our wallet. So I'm going to create a shortcut to that. I'm going to modify it up a little bit, get rid of the shortcut thing there. Then I'm going to right click. Actually, let's go back out to the desktop first. So let's go to, let's see here. I'm going to launch my old Now it's my old wallet. I'm gonna show you what it does here. So this is the 4.1 wallet. Waiting. Hey, what's up, Serpent? What is up, Unknown Crypto, Travis, J Bohannon, Cryptith, Jonas P, Yashnik, what's up, man? Shuby's in here, Chan Coin's in here, Sarth's in here, what is up? Crypto Mining Lifer, what's going on? Alright, so here is, you know what? It didn't do it. That's funny. The first time I launched this today, right before the stream, it came up and said, hey, there's a new wallet. Do you want to download it? And this time it didn't for some reason. That's kind of strange, but okay. Maybe it only does it once. You know, kind of like the website. Because the website, whenever I first went to the website, it only alerted me one time. And then after that, it would not come back up. Even though I cleared everything, cleared my browser history and all that, and it still would not present me with that warning again. And the warning I'm talking about is actually in the thumbnail. You'll see it at the top of the thumbnail, and for the video is what I'm talking about, the thumbnail for the video. So you'll see the message up in the top of that. All right, so anyway, we can come in here, we can go to About Ravencore, and we're gonna see 410 in here. So that's not really what we want, because this is the one that is bad, right? Not bad, but it just needs to be updated. This is the vulnerable one. And right here, it does say new wallet version available. Let's see what happens if you click on it. It probably takes you over here. Yeah, so this is where we were. But that's a solid way of getting to it, okay? Making sure that you're in the right spot. Don't download wallets from, you know, people on Discord that are like, hey, check out this really cool Ravencoin wallet that I made. You know, it's got all these special features in it. Yeah, the special features are gonna be, you're gonna lose every Raven that you put in there. So don't do that. All right. Let's go back to the wallet. I'm going to close this. And then what I should be able to do is just launch the new one, I think, right? Makes sense. So I'm going to go over here to the new one. I need to clean up my wallets. I only use like 5 of these wallets in here. I mean, all these in this other, the root there. So I should just be able to go right here and get rid of this so I don't get confused here. I am going to copy that shortcut out to here, just so I know which one to use. Alright, so I'm going to launch that, and you'll get this. This is a good sign because it's basically saying, hey, this is a new application, right? And we are going to run anyway. Should come up with a firewall warning also. And I think the firewall warning is for basically the Raven D, I believe, if it does come up. Let's see. I think it actually references Raven D in there. And that's the daemon. It's what's actually connected to the Ravencoin network. And communicates with the network. So it is loading up here, and you can see here, it is 4.2, so that's solid. And this might take a little while because it is a new wallet. I think it's probably got to fire up some files, you know, and synchronize and stuff. Okay, that was faster than I thought. So I'm going to allow, yes, see this is Raven, actually this is Raven QT, okay. So I'm going to allow access for that, so that it can communicate with the network. Only private though. And then I don't travel with this computer, so. And then down here in the bottom right hand corner, you can see that there's a check mark, and it does say up to date. And everything looks good. I mean, the Raven are in here. There's no warning up here about a new version. And if you go to help, about Raven Core, you got version 4.2. So that is it. Now, you probably could and should probably take one more step, and that would be to like back up your wallet.dat file before we went through this. But I felt pretty confident that I wasn't going to mess anything up. Plus, I have some backups anyway, and I think that I think that that's okay the way I did it. Although, for a normal user that is worried about stuff, I would probably come in here and grab this wallet.dat file right here. See, it was modified on 7.2. You know that it's today. If you did launch your wallet today and you want to know which wallet.dat file you're using, like let's say you had multiple wallet.dat files and you weren't sure which one, just launch the wallet and it'll change based on the exact time that it was accessed, right? So you see the date and the time over here. So this can clue you onto which wallet.dat file you're using. So you would probably just copy that. But see, we weren't even messing with this. We were up here. We were messing with the wallets, so we really didn't have to worry about it too much. But it's always a good practice to right click, copy, throw it on a USB, throw it somewhere and make sure that's encrypted too first. You don't want to have it not encrypted. See how mine's encrypted? So you always want to wallet and then encrypt. If you haven't done that, do that. It'll create a password you have to know for the wallet from then on for the wallet.dat file. But yeah, so you'll just copy that to a thumb drive or something and back it up, or back it up to another drive. Normally you would want to back it up to another system, not the same computer that you're on, and definitely not the same hard drive, because if that hard drive goes bad, you're going to lose both the files, not just the one that you backed up, or not just your original. So, all right, guys. Woo! That was a mouthful. All right, what's going on, guys? Let's see what we got. Red Panda coming over here from his challenge with. Who did you play? You played Bitcoin Jake, right? There you go. So who won? Let me know who won, because I wasn't able to watch it. I was live. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for the Panda raid. Oh, Panda won. Awesome. That is really cool, man. Congratulations. I don't know what y'all are doing. I'm gonna have to. Is it on your channel? Because I'm gonna have to go watch it. Because I'm not really like a gamer or anything, so it should be interesting for me to watch y'all play that. That'll be fun. I think 2 miners is a good pool for Raven. All right. But I mean, you can. Hey, thanks, Panagal Official. Thanks for the subscription. Oh, you're gonna play again next Thursday. Got it. And y'all are doing cheat codes? That's not fair. All right, let's go over here to 2 miners. Or actually, no, where I was going to go was miningpoolstats.stream and see what we got for Ravencoin pools right now. So I would, I don't know, if I was mining Raven right now, I would probably just continue on the way I am, the way I was, but I would definitely pay attention to what your pool is doing. So I would go to your pool, whichever one you're using. I would go to that pool and see if they are talking about, hey, we updated our node or our Raven D, so we're good, right? We've implemented the change for the critical upgrade, and we're good to go. That's what you're kind of looking for them to say, and I don't see anything like that on 2 miners yet. Doesn't mean that they didn't do it, but I'm just saying that that's what you need to pay attention to. All right, so we are right at 30 minutes. That's a pretty solid stream for 30 minutes. Is anybody else live tonight? Anybody else doing anything here? Anybody going live at 10 or anything like that? So if you thought that this was entertaining, useful in any way, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and all that nonsense. You know, it does help out the channel and stuff. And I think I just went over 2,000 subscribers, so that's really cool. And don't laugh, Red Panda, don't laugh. I know, it's been 2 years and I'm just now getting to 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm like an enemy of the YouTube algorithm, I guess. I don't know. So it sucks, but whatever. I'm still here for you guys. I mean, doing content like that. I mean, come on. I mean, this just came out like moments ago. This was brand new. This was just a few hours ago that they even came out with this information. So I was able to at least work up, you know, in my mind what we were going to do and walk through it. I think I did a pretty good job walking through it. I don't know. I mean, I showed you some stuff that probably you don't think about on a day-to-day. So I don't know. I think it was pretty cool. I think it's useful, you know, because I'll be honest. Whenever I first got into crypto, I would have liked to have had that type of content whenever something happened, right? You know, just being able to watch a 30-minute video and go, okay, I got it. I know what I need to do. I'm good. You know, I think that's a value. Yeah, you're probably right, Red Panda. You're probably right. I tried a few of the. Okay, I'll put critical in there. Yeah, you're right. I should have capitalized that. Let's do that right now. Critical capitalization. We're doing that for Red Panda right now. There, how about that? What giveaway? What are we talking about? I'm not doing a giveaway. Although I would like to say that Shuby donated 50 USD worth of Ethereum to the charity poker tournament, YouTuber poker tournament, and that's a lot. I mean, $50 worth of Ethereum is quite a lot. But yeah, much appreciation. Thanks so much for that, Shuby. We are going to probably we're going to use it. I haven't decided yet. He wants me to decide what to do with it. I'll probably apply it to some entries into the tournament, maybe the poker tournament. Probably we'll do something like that. But I haven't decided yet, so we'll figure it out. Well, I already changed the title there, Red Panda, so we're good. So now I should get thousands of views. Yeah, Shuby's a solid dude, man. Definitely. And yeah, Crypto Mining Lifer signed up today. If you're wondering what we're talking about, viewers, everybody's invited to this charity poker tournament. It's on PokerStars. I've got a club set up. There's details in the description on how to join. So you have to, and here's the thing, you can't just wait until July 11th when the tournament starts to get into it. You have to do some things ahead of time in order to get into it. So you got to read those instructions, or the guide, I guess you could say, for the tournament on how to join, how to register. It goes through the whole thing. And basically we're looking at July 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And like I said, everybody's invited. Everybody, all viewers, followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call yourselves, plus other YouTubers, everybody's invited. Anybody in the crypto world is kind of like what we want to do. And it should be, I don't know, I think it should be a lot of fun. It's just not getting as much traction as I thought it was. And I haven't been in poker in quite some time, so I'm thinking that maybe it's just kind of died off a little bit. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's just kind of died off a little bit. So I don't know if it has or not, but it just seems that way. But it's been about 10 years since I was really in the poker scene. So it's kind of interesting for me to be getting back into it and actually playing a little bit, even though it's just for fun. But it's still fun. Maybe I'll play after this. I'll fire up Poker Stars and fire up a table and see if anybody wants to come play. But yeah, the information's down there. It's a Google Docs sheet. It's Google Docs, and it's just a link to that. And it's got everything in there that you need in order to understand what you need to do. Because, like I said, you can't wait until the last minute. You got to go ahead and do it now, or get started. Especially if you don't have a PokerStars account, it is free. We're not talking about gambling or anything like that. This is just free playing. It's the same thing as what Red Panda Mining and Bitcoin Jake did earlier today. They played a game online against each other. It's the same thing. That's all it is. It's all free, but we're doing it for charity. It's kind of like the Veta frame build that we did recently. It's a similar situation where we're taking donations to certain addresses. All this is in the guide that's in the link in the description. And we're taking those donations, and then basically the way we're doing it is if you want to play, then we're kind of expecting you to donate $10. It's not really like an entry fee. It's just a donation to the charity of the winners. So let's say that you donate $10 to play in the tournament. Well, guess what? Whenever you win, if you do win, you get to determine where all that money goes to, what charity, right? So it makes sense. It's not really an entry fee, but we're just asking you to donate $10 towards the charity. So that's the way it works. Yeah, and Space Goats is really good. It's not fair. Oh, you need a copy and paste of where the info is at. I can do that. But get you guys in there, man. I think it'll be fun. Whenever we play, just goofing around, like after a live stream, like after one of my streams, we play for half an hour or something like that, maybe an hour. And there's usually 3 or 4 people in there, so it's a lot of fun, just to hang out and play a little bit of poker, against, subscribers and YouTubers and stuff. I think it's neat. I'll go ahead and fire it up so you can kind of see what we're talking about here. We are going to use PokerStars, and if you go into the main interface here, again, this is free, guys. This is not real money or anything like that. All these games in here are free. I mean, you can switch to, if you're in an area where you can play online poker for real money, you could, but in my case, I cannot. So, all this is just free money. And you can see your chips up here, how many you have. But in our case, we are going to click on, if you want to join the club or play in the tournament, you're going to click on Home Games over here on the right. And then I think you have to click Join a Poker Club. And then you're going to put in the club ID of 3642649 right here. The invitation code is Crypto Mining, I think. It's in the guide. And what I would hope that you do whenever you register is go ahead and use the name. So this is joining home game. So you put a name here that we would recognize you by on either YouTube or Twitter or something like that. Just put a name here that we would recognize you by, because I think it's kind of defeating the purpose if you put some random name in here and we don't know who you are. And it's kind of defeating the purpose of this whole thing, right? Because we kind of want to play against, people that we're familiar with. So, and then you have to agree to the terms, even though you're never going to read that. But go ahead and click Join Club, and then whenever you do that, you should be in. Now, that just puts you in to the club, and then inside of the club, once you're in there, there is a tournament down here called CryptoTubers Charity. So this is what you want to register for. And you see there's 5 people enrolled so far. And this is registering. And you have to have it's all in the guide. I think you want to have something like 50,000 play chips in order to make sure that you can get into the tournament and do rebuys if you bust out early, because we're doing like the first 30 minutes. There's going to be rebuys, 2 rebuys allowed. So if you lose all your chips in the first 30 minutes, you're going to be able to rebuy for 17,000 chips, play money chips, and rebuy into the tournament, right? So that's just to help folks, like if you're not familiar with poker or something, or you just get a bad beat or whatever, in the first hand, that would really suck, right? Like to lose all your chips in the first couple of hands and then be stuck, right? You're not able to play anymore, and it's like, well, that's not very much fun. So this way you at least get probably 30 minutes worth of play, right, for your donation to the entry. So that's the way that works. I'm hoping other people that are involved in this, like Crypto Mikkel and Red Panda Mining and Serpent, and you guys are helping promote this a little bit on your channels. I think that it would help a little bit because I don't have as many subscribers as you guys do. So I think we need to, it's coming up. It's only a week and a few days away. It's next Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. So yeah, it's coming up quick. So we got to get people in there. They need to know how many chips they need and all that stuff. So be sure you look at the guide there that is posted in the chat and in the description. All right, so I am in, actually I closed it, didn't I? I'm in PokerStars. I'm gonna be in PokerStars if you guys wanna come in there and play. If anybody's down to play a little bit, I'll be in there waiting. I'll fire up a table here. And there you go. So come get some. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Crypto Fireball Friday, and should be fun. I don't know what we'll cover, to be honest, but I'll figure it out between now and then. Watch for my, if you subscribe, make sure you click the notification bell and all that, because then you'll get notified, hopefully, that I'm live. And it should be tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. My normal time slot, 9:30. And I'll see you guys then. Stay savage, everybody.